Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I'm Hannah Grace. The views expressed in this video are for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is alleged. Well, we heard Destiny talking about she know where Melody's bones were buried. But did she know that Moses was going to tell us where her bones are buried? Let's talk about it. Please support the channel, like, share, and subscribe.
She knows the truths that I hold about her. What are they? Do you really want me to do this?
You can, but I would love for you to. So please do.
What do you have on Melody that she's asking you to reveal?
That's what I thought. Fire. That's what I thought. Fire.
However, you are in a relationship. Next to you is a pillow opposed to a man. What do you have to say about people feeling like, why are you on Love and Marriage Huntsville when you don't have a marriage and you're not in love?
Who said I wanted love?
People. Are you in love?
Yes.
You are a liar. You do know that this stuff can be seen, right?
Well, go ahead, pull it up.
Try to play with me.
Nobody's playing with you.
Because I'm still her. Don't forget that.
I'm still here.
Foul.
This is it.
Foul. It's interesting that you chose now to have this conversation.
Now, I was immature about a lot of things for us having conversations with you about me and Sunny, my wife. But it was, our relationship was after you. So whether you choose to believe that or not.
So your relationship was after me?
Yeah, it was after you. The man you was over with, I bumped into her, we had a conversation. You know, we know a lot of the same people, so, you know, I found out she was good people, you know, and a lot of the same interests.
So you feel like that a good person would do something like what you and her did to me?
We didn't do nothing to you. We had your best interest while she was working. She was professional.
How did you have my best interest?
We both had your best interest in
No, y'all didn't, because y'all wouldn't be together. A man that loved me and had my best interest wouldn't make the move that you just made. Come up and be a man. That's all I asked from you. And then you turn around and stab me in my back like this? Yes, you did. You're not going to tell me nothing.
In my opinion, Destiny is just like Martel. Egocentric, pathological liars, diabolical, narcissistic, lazy scammers who always looking for a victim to attach themselves to, who's out here working hard so that they can scam them out of something, just in my opinion. That's what Martel did. He attached himself to Melody. He sit up and let Melody did all of the work, but he wants to get the credit for it. Melody was the one with the builder's license. He was too lazy and trifling and dumb to go pass a test. So he uses her license and pretend like it's his business. And then after Melody divorced him and he could no longer use her license, then he wants to go use Fred's license. I guess Fred quickly realized, no. You're not going to use my license and go out here and scam somebody out of money. And then my license are on the line because you're working up under me. Fred hurry up and got rid of Martel. Then Martel wants to go use anybody's license he can except for his own. What's wrong with him getting his own home builder's license? But again, this is what he wants to do. Attach himself to someone to get what he wants, to make himself look good, but he don't want to do any work. Now, we all remember when Melody and Martel sat down when they were getting ready to figure out what was going to happen to their businesses. Martel told Melody, I don't want to have anything to do with any of the businesses that we have together. Melody said, not a problem. She said, okay. Then she went and asked him, but then she came back and said, embrace. He said, well, you think you basically say you want to give me, I think 25% or whatever it is. He said, I think I should have 50%. But wait a minute. Didn't you just say that you didn't want to have anything to do with any of the businesses that we have together? And then she wanted to offer you 25% of embrace, which I wouldn't have offered you a dime. You want 50% of it. 50% of something that she told you that was actually inspired by her great grandmother. So like I said, we really don't even know what Martel was doing. Martel was running around in the first and second season with suits on, and everybody thought that he was a legitimate business person, a legitimate home builder. People, this is how cunning he was at the time. But the bottom line is, he only wanted to connect himself to Melody because of the money, because of what she could do. But see, he was a big enough fool to think that he could actually do what he was doing with Melody on his own. But when he couldn't do it, then he got upset about it. And that's his own problem for being stupid. But anyway, I really think, again, that Destiny is the exact same way. She was connecting herself to Shari, Belinda. Remember Belinda, the lady that's from Atlanta? She's supposed to be a multimillionaire as well, business person in Atlanta. But Destiny was connecting herself to Belinda, again, by way of Martel, because Martel started off as friends with Belinda. He tried to pretend like he just found this random person in Atlanta to cook with. And then he went over her house. That's what he claimed. But anyway, Destiny connected with Belinda and Belinda's friends because she saw that the woman had money. The woman was driving around in luxury cars, wearing nice clothes and stuff. So Destiny was like, in my opinion, she connected herself to this woman. And rumor has it that she was even borrowing this woman's clothes. For some reason, Belinda had to cut Destiny off. For what reason? I'm not sure. It's probably because in my opinion, she found out that Destiny was a scammer. Destiny was running around talking about she was a business owner of Madani, the first ever black-owned salon and suites in Huntsville, Alabama. At the same time, she was in court. The people were trying to get the owner of the building where she had Madani was actually trying to get her out of the building because she was not paying these people rent. She refused to pay these people rent for renting that building. And then she owed these people so much money that they had to take her to court, not only have to have her evicted, in my opinion, allegedly, they also got a judgment of over $70,000 because Destiny refused to pay these people rent. She stayed in these people's building and took them to court. She kept on playing these games with the legal system to keep these people from getting her out of that building. And then she did the same thing with her ex-husband, LeBerick. She played that court system to stay in that house where he was paying the mortgage, where he was required to pay the mortgage. She refused to sell the house. And we heard Moses when he told us, and again, here are the bones that she wanted to tell about Melody's bone. She didn't realize Moses was getting ready to tell her where her bones were buried. Moses said he told her, listen, you might have to take a loss on the house. Just go ahead on and sell the house. But she refused to sell the house. The judge had to make that woman get up out of that house. I mean, literally had to. She kept postponing, kept going, playing these games with the legal system, kept changing her motions, kept doing this, kept doing that. So she wouldn't have to sell the house. Destiny was supposed to try to get the house refinanced in her name, but she couldn't. But she kept on. And as long as she was in that house, guess who was paying the mortgage on that house? And certainly not her. And not only that, Destiny also went and took out a utilities bond in her ex-husband's name. He found out about it and he filed charges against Destiny. Those charges were dismissed, apparently with or without prejudice. I'm not sure which one, but LeBerick was able to bring charges again, and she was arrested earlier this month for fraud, identity theft, because Destiny went and signed this man's name allegedly on a utilities bond. Now, this is way after they were divorced, but it was before. It was during the time that she was going back and forth to court with the owners of the building of Madani. So she ended up signing that, in my opinion, she ended up signing that, catching this charge, signing that utilities bond illegally in her ex-husband's name, and she still didn't keep the building. I think that at first I didn't think it was for Madani, but looking at the actual date that LeBerick said Destiny signed for their utilities bond, it happened right before she was evicted out of the building. So apparently she thought she was going to be able to keep the building, but she was unsuccessful with all of her scheming on the schemer. So again, while Destiny is talking about she know where somebody else's bones are buried, Moses digging up hers. Moses told us that not only did he meet Destiny about 15 years ago, Destiny knew when he met her that he was with someone, but she didn't care. So what was she doing? She was coming to his city to meet with him behind him. Now he was doing the same thing. They both were doing the wrong thing by cheating on his wife or girlfriend or whoever. I think girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, and eventual wife. He was doing that. That's what Destiny was doing. So in my opinion, she was worse than coleslaw. She sat there and was this man's friend with benefits for over 13 years. He never intended to marry her because that's where her bones were buried. But she didn't want that to come out. He said she was a friend with benefits. That's how he described her. And he also told us that Destiny was not marriage material. He also told us that this big D energy that Destiny was displaying, he was like, it's time out for this. Destiny, he's like, Destiny don't have her stuff together. Going to these events, and the only thing she's getting is money to get her hair and makeup done. They weren't paying her for the events, but she was asking him for money. And he also said that here's some more bones that he dug up on Destiny. Destiny actually sent this man a picture of her ex-husband, and it could have been her fiance at the time, LeBarrett. She sends Moses a picture just because he asked her for it. Now you talk about somebody diabolical. Just because your friends with benefits for over 13 years ask you to send a picture of your current fiance. That's how I think Moses put it. LeBarrett was Destiny's fiance at the time because Destiny told him, I'm getting ready to get married. And then he said, send me a picture of it. And he looked at the picture and said, oh no. And he said he thought in his mind, no, this is not even Destiny's type. But the bottom line is that's diabolical for her to send a picture of her fiance behind his back. So this man did not know she had sent this picture. You know, you don't know what people's intentions are. And I'm not saying Moses would have did anything, but what if it was a kind of person that would have? You let this man be a sitting duck, and because you're behind his back, showing your friends with benefits, your husband or soon to be husband. How diabolical can you be? And then you sit up and ask Moses to have some loyalty to you when you had no loyalty to your ex-husband, to, in my opinion, to Melody and probably a whole lot of other people around you, because it seems like that's how you move. So you wanted him and Sonny to have loyalty to you. You talking about they stabbed you in your back. And you also said that not only did they stab you in your back, you said a man that loves me would not have moved the way you moved. He said he didn't even tell you he loved you. He said he was trying to have your best interest at heart. And you said a man who loves you and has my best interest at heart would not have moved the way you moved. He never said he loved you. He said he was trying to protect you. In essence, he wanted to, just to kind of soften the blow. He knew it was going to be hard for you to accept, but he was trying to, he and his wife, Sonny, were trying to soften the blow. That's all he said. But you have a problem with him getting married to a woman that he loved. Yes, they deserve to be happy if that's what they want to be. They are the one that's in that marriage. Destiny, you don't have anything to do with them now. You told Melody when you showed her children at Martel's birthday party, you told people that they needed to leave Martel alone because he is with his family. And I'm telling you the exact same thing. That's that man's family. Isn't that what you said about Melody's children? When you decided to post her children online with coleslaw and Martel's 5th child, you said that's that man's family. And so guess what? Moses said, listen, My wife deserves to be happy and display her happiness. And I agree 100% with him. Why? Because that's that man's family. Now that's all I have for this video. Please drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Do you think that Moses knows where some more Destiny's bones are buried? And if so, should he keep on talking if Destiny keep on running her mouth? Again, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Hannah Grace. Have a beautiful day, and remember, I am Aris. Please stay to the end of the video. I do have another garden tip. Please support the channel, like, share, and subscribe. I have these beautiful Indian shot flowers all over my garden because they're easy to grow and they're beautiful. They make the garden and your home look beautiful. An Indian shot is a drought-tolerant evergreen perennial, which means it comes back every year, that yields striking flowers from late spring to autumn. The flower's long and profuse blooming season lasts from May to October. A native of Central and South America, the Indian shot gives a tropical feel to the garden, and its ornamental foliage has a close resemblance to banana leaves. Thank you so much for joining me for another Garden Tips by Hannah Grace. Have a beautiful day.